Hi guys, this is Adrian Langdale from csuccess.biz. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to create an awesome capture page using PowerPoint. A lot of people probably aren't aware that you can use PowerPoint or whatever the Mac equivalent is to create images. And a friend of mine, I created for myself. If you go to www.csuccess.biz/leaders, I've actually got a capture page there which looks like this. Okay, now all of this was done in PowerPoint, apart from the web form, which was done in Aweber. I'll show you how to do that all later on. Okay, but a good friend of mine, Gary, wanted me to create him something similar for himself, and asked me how I'd made it and all that sort of thing. So I thought I'd do a video tutorial just to show people how to create their own capture page. And the reason to create your own capture page, folks, is because, you know, okay, you get 9 capture pages within Power Network, and whatever business you're in, you probably get some capture pages as standard. The thing is, once you get a lot of people marketing the same capture pages, people have come to see them once, twice, 1,500 times, and you know, they no longer want to put their email in. They no longer enter. They go, oh, that's that thing, the same thing again. So, excuse me, I've got a cold, so apologise for any sniffles and sneezes. So, why I created this for myself is because, personally, I'm on every picture. Right, which means that this capture page is very individual to me. It's full of personalities. It's full of me. It's full of Dave Wood, Dave Sharp, you know, all these guys and girls, Tracy Walker, and nobody can copy this. Nobody can copy this because nobody has all these images for a start. So nobody can copy it and alter it, you know, and it's a one-off, and it gives you an edge. So Gary's asked me to create something similar for him. I'm going to do a fly-through tutorial in PowerPoint right now. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is open your PowerPoint, and it'll come up with a blank slide like this. I'll just delete these text boxes. So this is a completely new presentation to Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. What you need to do first of all is to change the size of the slide. Again, a lot of people don't know how to do a lot of these things, so I'm going to be giving you some real golden nuggets here on tips and tricks. Okay, so if you go to design and page setup, your slide will either be in inches or centimeters, and it doesn't really matter which. Unfortunately, one downfall of PowerPoint is it doesn't do pixels. Alright, so what we need to do is go online and just go to Google and go pixels to inches, because mine's in inches, yours might be in centimeters. Inches converter. Okay, and if you go to this particular one is auctionrepair.com/pixels HTML. You've got a little converter here. Now I know that the image that I want to create is 960 by 720 pixels. Now be careful when, on your settings, you need to set it to something you're using. So I'm using a laptop with a flat screen. Okay, so I choose 120 dpi, that's dot per inch. So that tells me that 960 by 720 pixels at this particular resolution gives me 10 inches by 7.5 inches. So if we go back to my PowerPoint, you see I've already set my slide to this already, okay? But if yours is different, and it will be, because the standard is something like 12 inches or something or other. Okay, and you just change those figures and then click OK. What you want to do now is File. So if you click on the Outlook icon, Save As. We want to save it as an image, so we go to Other Formats. Now I'm using Microsoft Office 2007. Your Save As Others may be in a different location on different versions. So I've already created a folder here for this demonstration. So you need to do the Save As type. You need to change that to, now I use PNG, you can use JPEG or GIF or whatever you prefer. I use PNG nowadays, it just seems a lot easier. You can see I've already saved one earlier, but I'll just save over the top of it because there's nothing in it anyway. Okay, when you do save PowerPoint as an image, it asks you if you want to do every slide or the current slide only. So you can do several different capture pages and just save one if you like. It's entirely up to you. There's only one slide in here, so it doesn't really matter which option that I choose. So let's just go back to my original capture page. 1 second. Okay, so you see we've got a background here, a yellow and a blue, and we've got some text. What I might do is just put that there and there for a second. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually insert some text. I'm not going to use the normal text box, because when you use the normal text box, how to make blah 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 blah, right? That's what you get. But if you use something called word art, you can instantly see you start to get lots of different styles of letters. So how to go from 0 to 5,000 per month faster than you thought possible. Now this is just the wording I've used in mine. Now, you know, I might change it for Gary's a little later on, but we'll see. So that's your text. You can see it's quite big. Let me just get rid of this preview pane. There we go. So, and delete this. You see that's quite big. It's too big for the slide that we're using. So you can either alter your text size by number, yeah, here, or you can just keep clicking the down arrow here, and I'm just going to put a enter in there. Now what I normally do is I take the edge of the box to the edge of the slide. Okay, then I make sure it's centered. You can have left align, right align, whatever that's called, justified, and I go centered, and that's why I put the box to the left and to the right of the slide, because it's easy to center it then. So you can see already we start to get something to play with. If you click format, you can change the lettering, styles, you know, whatever you want. For now I'm just going to leave it as this, and I'm going to do text fill. I'm just going to go for the bright green and something very similar to my colour here. And I think I'm just going to go home. Oh, it's already bold, so we'll just leave it like that for a second. Right, okay, what I'm going to do now is just to put some background in. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can actually use the background of the slide. If you go to where is it? Design. You can pick one of these if you like, but it tends to mess up with the sort of colours that you can use. But you know, you can have something cool, kind of like that. What else do we have? Yeah, you can't really see the ones there, but you know, you might like some of these. Now if you do happen to pick something like this, and I'm just doing this on the fly, you know, so your background's already there now. You've got a little line here, so you can have some more text underneath or whatever, and you can change the fill of these boxes as well if you wanted it white on top. You know, actually I like it transparent and black on this particular one, and this 5000 needs to be a little bit bigger just to stand out a bit. And I think on mine I did actually do it like that. Okay. Right, so we've got a background, we've got a title. What I need to do now is get some images in. Now Gary sent me some images. Boom, there we go. So I'm just going to select them all, and I'm just going to drag them across. Now they're going to be too big, some of them. They're not actually bad, to be honest. Okay, now I know he's given me 16 different images of himself and kids and with various people. A blogging champ. This is catch line. Okay, so let's have a look. Now it might seem really messy at the moment, but don't worry about that a second. I just want to move them around just a little bit. What I'm looking for out of these, in fact let me just go back to the file. What I'm looking for is which one of these is going to be like a centerpiece. I quite like this one straight away, because that's just Gary saying everything's in the mind. It's all about attitude. It's all about, you know, how the way you think, the mindset. So I'm thinking center, family. Right, okay, let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one there. I'm just going to, if you hold down shift and click on anything in PowerPoint, any object, you can actually move things together, which makes life a little bit easier. So let's just get these out of the way for the time being. Now there's probably an easier way to align this, but I usually just go onto a text box or an object or something and look for the center square, and then I look for the center square in the photograph, and as I said, you can select them together. You can see it's just off a line. So if I just move this one, that's probably one too far that way. So let me do that again. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the H, hopefully. There you go. So at least we know that's in the centre horizontally. So okay, I actually quite like that as it is without the rest of the pictures, but let's just I'm just going to lay these on top of each other because they're getting away a little bit. Sorry, I've got a cold, as I said before, so sorry for the odd cough and splutter. Alright. You know what? I might actually just do him. A quick one like this, just so he's got an option. All I've done there is Control C, Control V, copy and paste, and then I'll just put something in here like success is all in the way you think, and that's just because of the way his picture is at the moment. Excuse me. Success is in all. Success is all in the way you think, and I think enter your email enter your details below to learn how to get started, something like that. Like that on 2 lines if possible. That's a bit too small. If we change that to all in the mind, no, just undo that for a second. So the way you think. So success is all in the way you think. Enter your details below to learn how to get started today, and I just might move it up a little bit there, and then I can insert a shape. I'm going to look for arrows, and I want something like these. We'll see if they're the right ones or not. And then we just format. And there's a lot of these auto formats. You know, you can choose a lot of different ones, 3D, 2D, you know, outline, no outline. I think quite like that one, but I'm going to change the fill to a different red. So boom, and then we'll have his autoresponder here. So I'm gonna save that, I'm actually going to save it as a presentation. Because I want to add some other slides. Oops. Okay, so that's just something really quick. Now I'm going to go into a bit more detail on how you manipulate images and do some fun stuff like excuse me, put shape effects in there. You can have some fun stuff, and you can do things like this, Okay, so I'm just going to go to view, normal, to get that thing back there. I just want to new slide. Okay, you see it's got a theme here. That was a title page before, and I might actually knock this theme on the head because I don't really want to have that. See, that's changed the slide above now as well. That's alright, I actually like that as well. What I might do is we'll go back to that. If I save as other, right, and then we're saving it as an image, PNG, so we'll put capture page 1. Right, don't like to leave spaces between that. So current slide only. And if I go to the folder now, you will see that there is an image that you can preview, which is a capture page. How quick is that? Okay, it's very simple, that one. That's more text, and you've got to think about your colours and prompting and excuse me, this, that and the other, personality, and everything comes into play. But let's go and away and we'll do some more. Right, so as I said, I'm going to get rid of that theme, and I'm going to show you another way to do backgrounds. Right, but I'm going to do it all on the other slide. And in fact, because I'm doing that, just to speed things up a little bit, I'm going to get rid of all these pictures and import them on the slide below. Alright, so I still like the centre picture to be Gary in the middle there thinking. So we'll put him in there. I like the kids. Oops, I don't know what I did there. Like the kids and the Family Guy all together there. So we'll start with those. Right. What I like to do, and Gary's been a bit crafty in sending me different sizes of pictures. I need to get some kind of order together with the picture. So if you click on a picture, right click, size and position, you can see that this particular image is 1.87 by 2.93. I'm going to make this one below the same width. You can copy and paste if you like. So I'll make that the same. You can see it kept the aspect ratio. At least you've got the same width then. I could actually crop that image so it's the same height, and I might end up doing that just yet, I'm not sure. The same with these two. They really need to be about the same height. We'll go with the... Shall we go with the taller one? Yeah, I think we'll go with a taller height. So, sorry, the height is 4.13. Okay, it's a bit wider, and I might shrink them down a bit yet. Okay, but before we do that, alright, before we mess around, what we need is some background. I said I'd show you another way of doing it. So, if you just insert a shape, a square, boom, there's a square. Now you can have it all one colour. Again, go to format, and there's loads of ready-made kind of backgrounds. Blue seems to be pretty good, and yellow. So I'm going to do something similar to what I did before. But what I'm actually going to do is, if you click on the shape fill, you can add a gradient in there. I'm going to click on more gradients because it gives me a lot more options. I'm going to put the gradient colour in as something lighter like that. And then you can start to fiddle around with, let me just close that and use the other menu now. You can fiddle around then with how it's going to look. I tend to like the top to bottom, or the corner to corner. So we go with that. I'm actually going to use that as the bottom colour. And again, with any of these objects, you can just control and paste, and you've got another object without messing around with the menus. And then, if you like, you can then shape fill, gradient, and then turn it upside down. Actually want that, but I want to turn it 180 degrees. I'm not going to put any text in it anyway, so I could just do it that way. Okay. Now at the moment these have got borders on, look. You can see a distinct line between here and here, and you might want that, you might not. I tend to take them off, to be honest. So outline, none. Outline, none. It must be a shadow on here as well, actually. Shadow, none. Where's that line from? There we go. Alright, so now it's all blended together, and you've got like a double gradient. Top colour, you can change it. I'm going to change it in the gradients though, because it's just easier. So let's go for something like that. Why did it do that? Okay, I'll have to add the gradient now for some reason. But you get the idea, you're messing around till you find something you like. There we go. So you can have some quite nice stuff with this. Quite like this right now. Might make that a bit It's kind of like the water and the beach and the sun and that kind of thing. Obviously, if I want to use a lot of these images, you'll see actually now they disappear. Right, and the reason for that is because you've got layers automatically in PowerPoint. If you select them, right click, you can say center back. There you go, and then they're in the background. So I'm thinking let me get some text in for a second. I'm just going to go up to the other slide and pinch that text there. Now obviously those colours don't really go too well with what I'm doing here. The white's not bad. I mean, you're really just looking for what's legible and what's going to stand out and hit people in the face and have the most maximum impact, really. Oh, excuse me. Right, I still like this one in red, and you can change the you can change the text. There's two options: look, applies to all or applies to selected text. You can actually change it to something different if you want, and then maybe just change the text fill. I'm not sure about that particular selection right now, but something like that, maybe. It'll all come together in the end. Right, so these pictures are obviously a little bit too big, so I'm gonna start resizing things. And I think the kid, because he's got blue, I don't want to contrast too much with the blue below. Maybe have the kids below, the family photo with the red below. And what I like to do is put them on an angle. It kind of grabs people's attention a bit more. Right, let's get some of those other pictures in for a second. I remember that one being quite big, so let's shrink that down a bit. Oh, Tracy, big. How many more we got? Just 2 more, is it? 3 more. And I had too many pictures when I did mine, which is a good thing. Better to have too many than not enough. Okay, so I still like him in the middle there. I'm thinking something along the lines of Mr. Sharp. Followed by the kids a little bit maybe. Now you see where the layers come in here, because this photo sits over this photo at the moment, and we can change that. But what I want to actually do first is to just mess around with, you know, different. See, this one's nice. It's got a nice shadow on it. You see that? That's got a nice shadow. Might come into good effect in a second. I like to do everything consistently though, so in fact they're going to be really nice actually. Right, okay, cool. We have some kind of thing. Now what I would like to do is get the size and position correct. So this one's 1.79 by 1.69. I like to make sure 1.79, 1.63. Obviously the aspect ratio's kicking in there, so that's fine. 1.79, and again we'll have that. It's a little bit wider. I'm looking for something of a similar squareness, so I'll go with this one. And Lawrence term. So that's kind of sits up with a similar as Tracy Walker. This one. Okay, so that's similar to these look, so I think we'll kick off with that one over here. I like to have it around about the same height, so I just use the arrow keys. I just line them up and use the arrow keys. Now because they're stood up same as the kids are stood up really, do you know what I mean? So actually what I'm going to do is put it on a slight angle. Kind of like this, if you get the idea. I like to try and be symmetrical if possible, you know. And on top there we could have maybe Justin. Maybe Mr. Justin and Mr. Gary. Oh, sorry, I'm not using that one, I'm using this one. You see, I'm actually getting a bit of an incline to use this one here, just for symmetricality. That's not even a word, but you know what I mean. And because these are kind of the same, I mean, it's trial and error really, and it's personal preference. What I like, Gary might not like, and you know, He did like my page though, so I'm doing this really quick for the video. We'll have obviously some negotiations about what he likes and what he doesn't like, but so it's got the kids there. I'm thinking something. So at the moment I think there's a lot of images. We may get to use some. I mean, what I did with the ones that I couldn't quite get in the full picture start to have this kind of effect. Just looking for a square one really. This is the only one left, so what's the size and position of that one? Is 88. So you can't really see that much then of the family. But it just gives, it starts to give personality to the page, you know. I quite like these champion ones. I think this is coming together, you know. I don't move things by accident. Hey. Keep selecting the wrong photograph. So again, I'm just going to try and make the height the same, and it can be the width more than the height. It's entirely up to you what you do with your images, but as I say, I like to keep some sort of consistency. I'm going for there and there. And I think it might just be these two left, and these ones are a bit smaller. Now we've already got a couple of Gary, so I'm going to actually dismiss that one there. So really, I'm just going to make I want the family to be a bit bigger. I'm thinking something maybe in between here. I don't want it at the same height. I want some offset. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wanted to get the this one. Okay. This one might actually blend a bit better. I don't know. Struggling with these last couple. why it keeps selecting that one. Yeah, I might even throw in a little illusion on these ones because they're slightly different in size, but it still gives you know, with the angles of the shadow, it gives it a bit of quirkiness. You know, boom do doop doop doo with the shadows. I don't mean shadows as in Cliff Richards. I maybe just excuse me, we'll send that one to the back. Not that far back, maybe. You can send things to the back, or you can send them back a layer at a time, so you send backward. And I might have to do that quite a few times because each photograph is a different layer. In fact, I could probably just bring this one to the front, that'd be quicker. See? That's not that bad, you know. Okay. Now, if you decided you want some text below, we can select all of these, right click and group. And now, if I want to, you know, bunch them up together, and again, don't forget, like we did before, you want to make them, see, I kind of stretched it actually. I was going to say you want to make it central, but I think what I might do is just bring them in. Where's the centre? About here. There's probably some rulers somewhere. Can never be bothered to use all of the tools. That'd make me far too professional, wouldn't it? I don't think that's far off. Looking at the box there, I think that's probably good in the middle. So I'm just thinking of some call to action at the bottom. Doesn't have to be many words. It's like join the ungroup everything for a second. I just want this one to come down a bit. I've lost the text box there. 1 second. So I know I've been a bit quieter speaking, but I'm trying to give you a demonstration that gives you some idea of the thought process that goes through it, not just the techniques that are used. You know, you can follow along and mess around now with your own thing. All I need to do now really is show you how to do the Aweber bit. which is fairly straightforward. So I'm just going to put in here how to go from 0 to 5,000 per month faster than you thought possible. Enter your details below to get started today. Because there's a difference in colour on the background, I'm going to just have a play with the text styles. Sorry, just going to have a play with the text styles. Let's play like that. I don't really like any of those at the moment. You don't want to use too many colours. You've got to keep it fairly consistent. I'm thinking about the blue there for a minute. Thinking about this dark blue seems to be fairly cool. Right, I'm just going to put an arrow in and we'll be about done then, really. I don't know, can't remember which arrow I used on my particular capture page now. But I mean, you know, you can take more time over it than I'm taking right now. Oops. No, I don't like that one. Let's just put in one of these. Just a bit too close for my thing. Comfort. Maybe because it's going to go on a white background anyway. Maybe if you just did, I got it. If you did 3 of them along the lines of, whoops, come here, Mr. Photo. Along the lines of that, I think that's looking not too bad, you know. I mean, it's very quick that I've done it, but the only thing is that they're going to go off they're actually going to go off the image. You know, when you save the slide, you want to make sure that the arrows are just want to group these back together. You just want to make sure that the arrows are going to be in shot, and I think you can't get much awesomer than that. Boom, save. Not 100% happy with this center picture on reflection. I don't know what we could do with that. There are things you can do, such as format the picture in terms of recolouring, which is really cool. You know. In this case it doesn't really work. We could maybe try to make things be a bit consistent. You know, there's all of these things you can change. Excuse me. I think what I'll do is leave it as it is, and then I'll just have a word with Gary. But you know, for demonstration purposes, we've got a capture page there. So remember, we just want to go to save as, other formats, scroll down on your save as type, PNG. I'm going to put this as capture page number 2, obviously because we did that one earlier, and save. Current slide only. And then when we go into the folder, there will be an image which is 960 by 720, and preview. It will look something like this. Excuse me. All we need to do now is add in an Aweber form. Now I'm not actually going to add it in because obviously I've got access to Gary's Aweber account, and I don't want access to Gary's Aweber account. I have got my own, so I will use that just to demonstrate to you the sort of theory, if you like. Okay, so what you need to do is go to web forms. Basically, whatever list you're in, you can go and create a form. So I haven't got any forms in this particular list. It's something that I created that I've not used yet. Right, so you click create a new web form. Okay, you can choose whichever one you like. I went for this one, the basic one. I think it's called basic. It's just pointer. It's not that one. I went for a very basic. There. This one, basic. Okay. And load the template. Now you can edit any of these things with respect to your thing, whatever you want to do. And what you can do is you can edit. Now where was that option? There. You can put in name. You'll see that comes up now in the actual box. Okay. and you can hide the label. You don't need that label in there. So if you look at the difference there, look, you've got email and name. There was a label here. The reason that I took them out before, and I'll show you, I'll keep one of each. The reason that I did it this way was because I had trouble lining them up properly with the image. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to save this form. Alright, so that's saved. Go to step 2. Name your form, so I'll just put Gary Page. That's not his name, but you can choose your thank you page, already subscribed page, etc. I just use the standard, to be honest. Everybody's used to seeing them. So save the web form, and then it gives you these 3 options. I'll install my form, my web designer will install my form, or I'll have Aweber host to install my form. I'm going to install the form. Now you can use a JavaScript snippet or the raw HTML. I use the raw HTML usually, and I'm going to do this in Dreamweaver, but you can do it in whatever program you have. So all I'm going to do now is open up Dreamweaver. Alright, I'll open up, which one is it, this one? So there was mine. Okay, so essentially you just go to code. You can see here that you've got all the Aweber form generator, okay, and then just an image here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new page. So we've got a new blank page. Okay, so we've got the untitled one and a new blank one. I'll leave this as now I'll change the title to Gary, just so you know it's the right page when we view it in a second. Okay, you can, what I like about Dreamweaver is you can use code, just design, or split. So you just paste this into the body, wherever you want it, really. Okay, and then above that, above that I'm going to insert an image. And I'm going to go and find Gary's image, wherever that was. Oh, it was on the desktop. Go to the desktop, go to capture page, choose the image you want. Oh, you can put in all this stuff. I'm just going to show you quickly. Alright, there you go. Bang. In the properties, see, 960 by 720. It's really easy. Boom. Alright, and then you've got your form below. This all needs to be centered as well. If I can remember how to center the form. I think you might have to do it table at a time. Oh no, there we go. Right, okay. So I'm just going to save that as desktop, PowerPoint capture page, Gary 1 as a HTML document. I have to save it because otherwise I can't preview it. And if I just preview it, okay, so you've got your capture page and your HTML form, your Aweber form. Now look, this is what I was on about before. In your form design, if I go back a few pages, if it'll let me. In your form design, remember we had name, and I took the label called name out. Yeah, so I did this. Yeah, and then I put in this, and this is really cool as well because with these forms you don't have to actually redo anything. So you've got label and name. I'll just save that form a second. It should, if I refresh. I might need to take the code again. I'll have to take the code again. But you can see that it's much better. And you can change these. You can put this to whatever you want. You know. Let's just do that now. We'll change that to, you know. Tell me now, Gary. And you can also change the colour of the background, whichever one's the background. That's the font, this one, you know, so you can make it red if you want. Yeah. So save the form. Then all you need to do to change it, if you've used the HTML version, is go to publish. Go to publish. Just select the HTML again. Go back to your Dreamweaver. Take everything that says Aweber form generator and below, yeah, all the way down to the body tag. And it says Aweber form generator again. Just paste over the top of it. File, save. Oops. For some reason took away my alignment. But that's easy enough. Look, it's 2 seconds to do this stuff. It really is. And now you can see, okay, we need to align this, but you can see you've got name and email, no labels, doodle-doo. That's it, guys. I mean, sorry it's been such a long video. You know, this is on the fly, so this is what, an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm talking to you doing it. So you can imagine the sort of exceptional capture pages that you can create with this technique. And it's really, really cool because nobody can create this other than Gary. You know, it's got him in every photograph, every pick up with his kids. You know, he's the only person that owns those photographs. He's the only person that needs. You know, you're trying to create from day one a relationship straight from your capture page. So instead of it just saying get money, enter your email, get money. You know, even Dave and Dave, look at their capture pages. Dave and Dave are on their capture page. Do you know what I mean? They're signing up people every day, and it's them on the capture page. Put you on the capture page. Let your team know who you are straight away. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks. Hopefully, that's been very informative. Leave any comments below in the comment box on the blog. That's fine. You know, hit me up with any questions, and if you want me to do your capture page, you know, come to me with your requests, and we'll arrange something between us. I'm just here to help everybody, guys. So you know, go out there, have a play, see if you can create something awesome. I'm just going to pop in my email address. Oops, csuccess.biz. That's it. So it's just Adrian@csuccess.biz. If you want to email me, that's fine, not a problem. Alright, peace out, guys. See success. I'll see you on the next video. Hi guys, this is Adrian Langdale from csuccess.biz. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to create an awesome capture page using PowerPoint. A lot of people probably aren't aware that you can use PowerPoint or whatever the Mac equivalent is to create images. And a friend of mine, I created for myself. If you go to www.csuccess.biz/leaders, I've actually got a capture page there which looks like this. Okay, now all of this was done in PowerPoint, apart from the web form, which was done in Aweber. I'll show you how to do that all later on. Okay, but a good friend of mine, Gary, wanted me to create him something similar for himself, and asked me how I'd made it and all that sort of thing. So I thought I'd do a video tutorial just to show people how to create their own capture page. And the reason to create your own capture page, folks, is because, you know, okay, you get 9 capture pages within Power Network, and whatever business you're in, you probably get some capture pages as standard. The thing is, once you get a lot of people marketing the same capture pages, people have come to see them once, twice, 1,500 times, and you know, they no longer want to put their email in. They no longer enter. They go, oh, that's that thing, the same thing again. So, excuse me, I've got a cold, so apologise for any sniffles and sneezes. So why I created this for myself is because personally I'm on every picture, right, which means that this capture page is very individual to me. It's full of personalities, it's full of me, it's full of Dave Wood, Dave Sharp, you know, all these guys and girls, Tracy Walker, and nobody can copy this. Nobody can copy this because nobody has all these images for a start, so nobody can copy it and alter it, you know, and it's a one-off, and it gives you an edge. So Gary's asked me to create something similar for him. I'm going to do a fly-through tutorial in PowerPoint right now. So let's go.